Yo guys, what's up? It's Jay, and this tutorial is how to spike wigs. Alright guys, in this tutorial I'm going to show you two different types of spikes. One is going to be like my Sora wig and have chunky spikes, and the other is going to be more natural looking spikes. Something you'd see normally in just styling your own hair. And just so you guys know, I am a little sick, so I kind of had to cut this video where I was coughing a whole bunch. I do have the flu actually, but I thought I needed to get this out anyway because I've already said twice that I was going to get this out and I haven't been able to do it. So even though I have the flu, I'm still doing this for you guys because I love cosplay and I want to help you guys out. So let's get into this. Alright, to start out, you're going to need the wig and a wig head and a wig clip, just like my last one. But this time, and you also do need a comb. I'm using a different one this time. I can't find my other one. Hairspray, the same stuff I used last time, but this will show you what it is. It's got to be glued freeze blast spray, blasting freeze spray. So yeah, this is really good stuff. This is the best stuff for spiking. You can also use the actual spiking glue too. The gel that comes in the it's all white and goopy, looks like glue. Yeah, you can use that stuff too. Most people use that in the tips, but I don't, because the way I do mine, I don't use it in the tips, and it works just fine. You guys have probably seen like my Sora. That one works just fine. It doesn't come apart at the con. It usually only comes apart when I put it in my suitcase and put it away. So to start out, we're going to start out with the chunky type spikes, like my Sora wig. So what you're going to do is just take whatever chunks you want spiked. I usually don't separate them like most people do. Most people take them and they'll separate and then they'll tie it off, then they'll get another one, separate and tie it off so they know where they're going. But if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. No one's making you do that. It's not a required technique, but it does help. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your comb. Well, first you're gonna comb through and make sure everything's all nice and straight. And oops, dropping my thing there. You're gonna make sure everything's all nice and straight. You don't want any knots in your wig when you're doing it. So then when you go through, just see it goes really nice and easy through there. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna just a little bit, not much. See, it still droops, but it lets you know where it holds it kind of together. So you can do the next step. That way you can kind of like separate it from the rest. Then what I do, take a razor, and I am showing you this part in regular speed so that you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm just taking the razor side to the wig and just going along the fibers of the wig. You might want to go slow at first. This does take some practice to start doing, but you'll notice it takes a lot of hair off. Start going to the other side. You're going to want to go around as much as you can because this is literally a layering technique, and it's going to not only thin out, but like I said, layer your spike. And you want to make sure you're not going down too far. That looks still a little too long. So I'm going to hold it up a little higher and do it so that it'll get a little bit shorter there. And you want to go from the top and bottom and sides and everything, from where you're going. You're going to want to start closer to the head and then go out towards, see, like this. I start up here and then I'm going down to here gradually. reason for this is it's layering it. So you'll see this part is shorter than this part, which is shorter than this part, which is going to make it a lot easier to hold the spike in place. And I missed that one completely. And as you can tell, it's sort of holding already. You guys can also use scissors to cut off like excess. Like you can probably see there's excess right here. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put it into the spike that I need it in. Let's make this a gravity design son of a bitch here. Alright. And then you guys are going to need a blow dryer. Yeah, sorry, I sort of kind of forgot to mention this in the beginning. But you do need a blow dryer. So let's move that. Some of the hair off there. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it again. And this time, blow dry it. And the spray needs to be unclogged. All I did was poke into the spout. There we go. I need new hairspray. And as you can see, this part here is being stubborn. Cut it up. Make it stop being stubborn. Then the good thing about these wig stands is I can do that. So now I can spray the front of it. Oh, there we go. Now it's coming out nice and good. Alright. Comb that up. Hold on to it. Alright. And then, like I said, most people use the gel to get the tips nice and spiky, but all you have to do really is blast the shit out of it. And hold it while you blow dry it. Let me fix that. A little long. There's some long pieces in there. You just do it over again. Repeat the process. And there you go, there's a spike. And then you just do that for the rest of the hair. You just go through the same process for the rest of it. This one is obviously just one giant chunk. You can do it in smaller chunks, you can do it in bigger chunks. You can even take this whole side of the freaking head and put it in one giant spike like that, like a Yu-Gi-Oh spike. But I don't really suggest that because it will get heavy. Yu-Gi-Oh spikes are better with the form. You sew a form onto there, and then you cut all the hair off. You glue it to a form that's going to be glued to the wig. But I don't know how to do that yet, so I'm not putting that tutorial out yet. When I do learn how to do that, that one will come out. But until then, I'm gonna just unstyle this one. It is really easy to unstyle. That's the good thing about these. Is you don't have to worry about them coming too unstyled and then never being able to be restyled again. Like if you break a Yu-Gi-Oh wig, maybe it bends or something, you're fucked. You got to get a whole new wig. This way, if it unstyles like my Sora wig, I've styled that wig like 4 times already, and it just goes back to normal. So with this kind of spiking, you can always just wash it out, or even if it starts getting undone, just comb it out and then redo it. and it's really easy. I styled my Sora wig on my AkiCon video. It took about 10 minutes to restyle it because it's already in its basic style. All I needed to do was put the spikes back together because they were like just coming apart a little bit. Just put them back together, call it good, and it looked fine. So, and everybody complimented me on it. So, and I do that every time I have my Sora wig or any wig that needs spikes like this, like chunky spikes, like Cloud or Sora or. Okay, those are the only two, but whatever. But that's how I've done them, and they've worked just fine. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to do a more natural spike. I did this on this Cloud costume, and I did it on a couple other costumes that I've done before. I've done it for someone's soul wig, but they didn't end up needing the wig, so they just said screw it, keep the money, keep the wig, you did your thing. So they ended up not needing it anymore because their group was disbanded or whatever. So they didn't need it anymore. But so I did it to that wig too, and I did it to a couple other wigs. So notice how you're gonna have to do that razor thing again. A lot of this is already razored in the back, but I'm gonna do it on the side, so it's more like a Cloud style. So what I'm gonna do is you're just gonna take a bunch of the hair. Literally does not have a rhyme or reason. It's just do it. As you are doing that, it's going to get matted up here, ratted up and nasty. So I'll use the wide tooth part. Just comb it out, but be careful. Just so you guys know, this razor technique that I'm using, this is actually a hair cutting technique. It's done in real life, like to real hair. If you've ever seen the combs, the thinning combs, they're literally they're a comb that is basically that. It's got a razor in it, so then it goes as you're combing it, and it's literally doing the exact same thing as using a regular razor. So as you can see, it's been nice and razored and layered. So what I'm going to do is basically just do the same thing I've been doing. Let's spray it and blow dry it, but it's going to look a little bit different. So I'm going to do it from this angle, hopefully. So let's see if I can do it from this angle. So hold up whatever you're about to spray. Just grab a chunk, it doesn't really matter. Spray it. Blow dry it. Continue. It's still a little long, so it doesn't want to spike. So what you're going to do is you're going to continue. You know what? I might as well just leave this part down. It's too long anyway. So I'm just going to continue doing up here. So, and actually, I might want to do some of this over here. So, what I'm going to do, bring that towards me. In, go back. Look, it's already spiking. Look at that. But just to keep it in place, and you've got yourself a natural spike. This is what normal hair would look like if it's if you're just tossing gel in and spiking it up. I personally like this style a lot more. My Advent Children Cloud is a lot more of this frayed spike or natural spike. And then my first wig that I styled and I lost all the footage for is this wig. And if you notice, it also has that style, and I left it in that style. I originally also did one of these on the back where I had it turned this way, and I did it on the back, pulling back. It was going to be Neku Sakuraba, but it since I lost the footage, you guys can't see that. But so that style that you just saw, the natural, the emo kid spike in the back, that's kind of what this does, and that's exactly how that style would look. That's how I used to look, actually. So that hairstyle right there that you're seeing, that's basically the exact same hairstyle, just different colors that the red wig is. So yeah, this is how you do 2 different types of spikes. Alright, so that's it for this tutorial. If you guys have any suggestions for future tutorials, just let me know. Get a hold of me on Twitter or however you guys want. You can even leave comments if you want, and just suggest tutorials to do. As I said during the tutorial, I don't know how to do the big Yu-Gi-Oh chunk spikes with, they call it a structure. They call them structure wigs, where they put a structure on a wig and then they glue the hair to it. Those are the only ones I really can't do. I can do most anything else. So anything that's super modifying, like that, hairlines, you know, things like that, I don't know how to do yet. So things that involve a whole lot of work, I'm not good at yet. I've only been doing really spiking in regular styles, but I can show you guys like character wigs. If you guys have like a character in mind, I wouldn't mind showing you guys how to do a specific character, especially if I end up coming up with the money, and then I can, you know, I can show you guys. Or I can even contract someone and be like, hey, you need this wig, I need to do this tutorial, why don't we get together and I'll do this wig for you. I'll probably do it for cheaper just so that I can get it on here. And then that way I'll get a wig commission and get some money, as well as have a tutorial for you guys. So if you guys have characters, just let me know. Alright, so that's it. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you happen to like my videos, go ahead and go on Twitter and give me a follow, @J_cause. And while you're at it, you can use the hashtag #JTopics to give me suggestions or ask questions. Alright, have a good one. I'll see you guys later.